What is going on, everybody? Today I wanted to share with you what has really helped me to not only lose 50 pounds over the course of the last 9 months, but stay consistent with that and not regain any weight back. When I wake up, I take my vitamins right away. On top of that, I've actually incorporated just a small glass of water right away to help get me going. After I finish that, I take Gohan out for his first walk. Having the first few steps just a little easy definitely helps to kind of just get me moving, get the day started, get it rolling. Definitely doesn't take a lot of brain power to go for a walk here. And he enjoys it. It gets me out of the house, gets my first few steps in. It's a great way to start the morning. This is the one thing in my day that is out of my control that I have to stay consistent with. He needs to walk every single day. He needs multiple walks every single day. So it's not up to me whether or not we go, it's literally up to him. So it forces me to stay consistent right off the bat. After the walk, I'll usually either make myself a black coffee, or as of late, I've actually been having just these Monster energy drinks, the skinny ones. I find it just a little bit easier to drink. Granted, I could easily drink like the full can, but this way at least I'm having a little bit less caffeine right away, and I'm not like dehydrating myself a whole lot. I'm the type of person that does really well when something's written out so I can physically see it and also physically check it off of a list. So I find writing out my entire week's to-do list right away at the beginning of the week. For this, I'm just doing obviously an example. But for every single day, I only do 3 tasks. This way, it's accomplishable, it's somewhat challenging, but it sets me up for success. That's the main thing that we're trying to look for here. We're not trying to make it some impossible task that you're trying to achieve every single day. The first task I always accomplish is my morning cardio. I walk for about 50 minutes at 3.5 miles per hour speed. Nothing too strenuous. I just want to, get some cardio in. I'm not trying to work up a sweat or anything like that. Just trying to get my steps in. While I do this, I actually always have a little iPad here that I'm watching some sort of show. This helps pass the time absolutely perfectly. Lately, I've been getting a little bit less in the morning, so that I can get more throughout the day, because I know how much I get throughout the day. It's usually about 4,000 to 5,000. The next task that I usually do is film something. And the final task that I do, funny enough, is go to work. This is very much what my day-to-day tasks look like. I have to do my cardio, I have to film or edit something in the morning, and then I go to work. That's it. Keeping your tasks from easiest to hardest makes it so much more possible to reach your goals. The idea is that you want to set yourself up for success while still making it slightly challenging. This will just put your mindset in the right spot to make progress long term. When it comes to your workout routine, you gotta be realistic. If you have a physically or mentally demanding job, don't expect to be in here 5 to 7 days a week. It's not gonna happen. Always do 1 day less than what you think you can do. Me personally, I started working out 2 days a week for about 3 months. I didn't up it until after that, and I only upped it to 3 days. I made sure to go slow and consistent with it, so I didn't overwhelm myself. I now do 4 days a week, which I find to be the perfect balance for my current lifestyle. If I had a little bit more time, then I probably would up it to about a 5-day split and just target more like 1 muscle group per day. But right now this works perfectly for me, so you gotta do what makes sense. The less days you have, the more intense the workout have to be. Alright, just finished the workout. Do a quick physique check here. Still don't have visible abs yet. If you happen to live a busy lifestyle, just kind of hectic, what you're gonna wanna do is honestly do some sort of meal prep. It doesn't take that long. 1 hour per week is enough to make something. Me personally, I like to do tuna pasta salad. It takes 40 minutes to cook and clean for the entire week. Does it get boring? Yes, yes it does. But the weekend quickly comes by and you're able to eat whatever the hell you want because you've been consistent all week, and it takes quite a lot to mess up 5 days of a deficit at about 300 to 400 calories a day. Easy. Home time. Another great way to help stay consistent is to actually enroll yourself in some sort of sport. It doesn't have to be anything too competitive. It could just be for fun. But having something on the weekends to get you outside, moving, talking, and engaging with other people can really help focus you on your goals a lot more. Me personally, I play paintball and I have softball every single weekend on Saturday and Sunday. So along with the 10K steps and working out 4 days per week, technically, I only have 1 active rest day. The rest of them are all active days. So by doing this much, I can be a little bit more lenient with my diet and still make crazy progress in this time. 50 pounds in 9 months is a lot. That is a lot. I have noticed that over the past about 4.5 months, it's been so much slower in losing this weight, and that makes sense. I've hit plateaus where I don't lose any weight and I have to increase my calories for a little bit in order to increase my metabolism. That's just part of losing weight. That's kind of the journey that you have to go on. But the point is, I've stayed consistent with it. Those consistent days have added up over the course of the past 9 months. If I were to have went incredibly hard for 3 months, I would not be in the shape that I am currently after 9 months. It's just not possible. Time for a final note. This one could be a little bit controversial, but it's tracking your progress in some way. Whether that is taking progress photos, Golan's trying to sneak in here. Progress photos, I find it helps me. Tracking your lifts, incredibly helpful. Do that, because that way you'll know if you're actually making strength gains in the gym while at a deficit. That is very important. And the third way, one that I personally very much like, is picking a piece of clothing that I used to fit into and aiming to fit into that again. He's getting cuddly. I like it, buddy. Hey. Yeah, you're a good boy. So find which way to track your progress that works best for you. No way is perfect. Whatever works for you is what's gonna work. It could be simply taking measurements. It could be, oh, now I can run a 10-kilometer run instead of a 5. Now I'm not taking breaks during that run. There's so many different ways to measure your progress, and it's very important to measure it, because someday is going to come where you don't wanna go to the gym, or you don't wanna push hard today, and you look back on your goals, you look back where you were when you started, and you realize that you don't wanna be at that point again, so you're gonna push hard today. That's how you stay consistent. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.